Two controversial dams, Kimwarer and Arror, has raised questions over the country's consistency in making decisions. Just 4 years since President Uhuru Kenyatta cancelled one of the dam projects and directed restructuring of the other. For President William Ruto, this is part of his election pledges that he had committed to go on with the projects. This at a time the former National Treasury Cabinet Secretary Henry Rotich remains in court alongside 8 others over the same controversy. Let's get more from our very own Sam Gituku.
I am happy to report to the nation that the government of Kenya and the government of Italy have agreed.
It took a meeting of 2 presidents to unlock a controversy that is now more than 4 years old. It started in September 2018 when it was reported that the Directorate of Criminal Investigations had received reports that the 2 dam projects had been initiated illegally. Through a series of correspondences and collaboration between the DCI and the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions in July 2019, the DPP made the decision to charge 28 persons, including then Treasury CS Henry Rotich and his PS Kamau Thuge. 2 Italian firms contracted to deliver the dams, and one of their directors were also listed for prosecution. At the same time, President Uhuru Kenyatta had tasked a technical committee led by then Infrastructure PS Paul Maringa to assess the viability of the 2 dam projects. The team returned a verdict in September 2019, citing Kimwarer Dam as overpriced at 22.2 billion shillings, that no current and reliable feasibility study had been conducted, and that a 1991 study had shown geological faults that made the project unviable. The dam would have sat on a valley, according to the technical team, requiring pumping of water supply and thus financially unviable. President Kenyatta immediately cancelled the Kimwarer Dam to the uproar of local politicians. About the Arror Dam, Maringa's committee found it to have been overpriced. President Kenyatta ordered its rationalization to reduce its design height from 96 meters to 60 meters and thus reduce the cost from 28.3 billion shillings to 15.4 billion shillings. President Ruto, then Deputy President, found it a political move to get at him.
These are not projects that were cooked at night or in some dark corner, right? How come that the only projects that did not go through is Arror and Kimwarer? All the others went through.
At the time of cancellation, over 19 billion shillings had been paid, of which 11 billion shillings was an upfront payment for insurance. 643 million shillings had been allocated by the National Treasury for land compensation, but no land had been acquired. When the DPP ordered prosecution of Rotich and others, he cited that the 2 projects had been inflated by 17 billion shillings to hit 63 billion shillings. In December 2020, the Italian companies, including CMC di Ravina, sued Kenya, the International Arbitration Court, asking for $114 million for breach of contract. At the current CBK rate, that would be 14.8 billion shillings. The president now wants all cases by Kenyans and the Italians withdrawn.
We, as the government of Kenya, are going to withdraw the cases filed against the companies, and the government of Italy and the contractors are also going to withdraw the arbitration cases.
In the 4 years since Rotich and others were charged, the list of accused persons has been reducing. The Italian firms and a director are no longer listed in the case. Only 9 persons remain in the Rotich matter. For Ruto, this is a promise implemented.
When I come into office, I will make sure that the money is not lost. And I will make sure that the impediment imposed on this project, we will provide the land. The contractor will build the dam, and we will move ahead.
However, questions remain as to the viability of the Kimwarer Dam, which had already been declared not feasible. What will happen to the financing, given President Kenyatta had ordered reduction of the cost of Arror Dam by nearly half? One of the Italian firms had also been declared bankrupt, dealing a blow to Arror Dam, whose works had been abandoned. Who will pay for the lost time?
And be able to start the process of negotiating the restructuring of financing, and hopefully we should be able to go on with the construction of these dams in a matter of months.
Sam Gituku, Citizen TV.